Can you answer Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister's question? Make that make sense. The trade war on allies, while, as Justin Trudeau said, dealing with a murderous dictator, Vladimir Putin.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. And I'm not proud to stand here as an American, let alone a representative of our government, and say that to a foreign leader. We have our political disputes. They're supposed to end at the water's edge. We're supposed to be united as a country when it comes to dealing with both our allies and our adversaries. But there is no unity in America on this point. We are selling our allies out, and we are cozying up to dictators under Donald Trump.
But why? Why do you think that? What is the overarching plan or vision?
Well, I think it's a few different things going on at once here. He obviously believes it's good for our economy to put massive tariffs on other countries. And he somehow thinks that that's going to help us. I can't find an economist who agrees with this. I know there are a lot of Republicans in Congress and even advisors in his own administration who are very concerned about this approach. But that's what he wants to do. And understandably, it alienates a lot of our allies. Justin Trudeau said it pretty well. Canada is our closest friend, and this is pushing them away. At the same time, he made this campaign promise to end the Ukraine war on day one. Well, we're a long time past day one. He obviously failed to fulfill that promise, but he is willing to get peace at all costs, even selling out to Russia. Donald Trump has had a long-standing relationship with Vladimir Putin. This is not the first time that he's cozied up to Russia. Remember, there was a time back in his first term when he actually said he trusts Putin more than the CIA. I don't know what to say when you have a commander-in-chief who trusts Putin more than the CIA. Of course, Donald Trump is someone who refused to serve himself when he was asked to serve in the military in Vietnam. He created a medical excuse. He made something up. He lied about his medical condition to dodge the draft. So this is not someone who understands what it means to put your life on the line for the country, as people in the CIA do. But somehow he finds some commonality with this murderous dictator in Russia.
I'm going to get to that, and you, of course, have served your country as well. And I'm going to ask you about the military consequences of what's going on for Ukraine and for Europe and for the United States. But first, just to get back to these tariffs, because the president campaigned on lowering prices, the cost of living for people who were concerned about the cost of living. And last night on tariffs, he was quite specific. Just listen to what he said.
The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers starting on April 2nd. It may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases, and I said, just bear with me, and they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again, and this will be even better. That was great.
He's obviously acknowledging the disquiet amongst many sectors of America, the rowdy town halls about, various things, and especially in red states. But he's basically saying that the prices might not come down. And just one other thing, experts have said that actually that deal with China was not very good. China got the better end of that in his first term.
You said it before I did. That was where I was going to start, Christian, is that deal wasn't good for the United States. It didn't work out the way Trump sold it. And this is not going to work out the way he sells it either. Prices are going to go up, not just for farmers. It's not just going to be harder to be a farmer in America as a result of these tariffs, because they're going to have trouble selling their crops overseas, and we have a huge export market for our agricultural products. It's going to be harder for Americans who are just trying to pay the bills. It's extraordinary how much a dozen eggs costs in America right now, 4 times what it did just 6 months ago. And those prices continue to go up. Donald Trump, again, said on day one, prices are going to go down, but they've gone in the opposite direction, and they keep going up. Prices are going up. The only thing that's going down in America right now is the stock market.
Yeah, I just want to quote from the Wall Street Journal, because it is the business newspaper. It says the world economy could face a crash similar to the Great Depression of the 1930s unless the U.S. rose back on its plans to impose steep tariffs on imports. This is a senior official at the International Chamber of Commerce, which was quoted in the Wall Street Journal, puts us in a remarkably precarious position that'll cloud the global economy in the coming months. Do you think, I mean, that's very, very worrying, certainly for everybody overseas. Do you think that'll affect Americans as well?
Oh, absolutely. And there's no question it's going to make it more difficult for consumers at home. You know, when you put a tariff on some good that's coming to the United States, that's not paid by China or whatever other country the good is coming from. It's paid by the consumer. You know, so if I bought a battery from China that costs $5, now it costs $7, well, I'm paying that increase in cost. And yet somehow Trump is trying to sell this as if the cost is paid for by China, and that goes right to our bottom line. Mm-hmm. So the business world knows this is bad. The collective intelligence of the stock world knows this is bad. That's why stocks are taking a nosedive. This is going to be terrible for our economy. But to your point, Christian, it's not just the economy at large. It's not just whether or not we have sort of a global depression. It's just every single day, Americans are going to pay more for the things they need.